fellow at Beyond Istanbul Center for Spatial Justice here in Karaköy. I applied for this fellowship opportunity because I've been working on urban sociology and especially gender spaces of Yerevan topic. Because Beyond Istanbul and the crew here is working mainly on spatial justice issues, minority spatial justice, class spatial justice, and also women representation in the city, it was very important for me as an early career researcher to apply for such an opportunity in an independent institution.
My name is Yaşar Adanalı. I'm an urbanist. I'm the director and one of the co-founders of Center for Spatial Justice, Beyond Istanbul. Beyond Istanbul is a cross-disciplinary urban institute. It's a non-profit organization. We have members from different disciplines: architects, planners, sociologists, journalists, artists, and at our center we value work that brings these diversity of different backgrounds, different disciplines, and develop projects that are relevant for various issues of spatial justice in Istanbul and beyond. That's how we define our work. So for us, the key word and our major goal, ambition, is to develop an institution that works, that is relevant for improvement of justice in Istanbul through using our own professions, our own disciplines in a collaborative way.
Here I was given the choice to choose the area where I would like to work all by myself. So when I arrived, I made a little research on different areas and different neighborhoods of Istanbul, and I decided to focus on Karaköy area and make a gender walk in Karaköy area. It was an individual walk. Because of that interesting area, I have decided to make a mapping project, a small map based on my everyday walks and based on 4 criteria that I have chosen: a gaze by men towards women, so towards myself, because like I was reflecting all the project from my perspective.
Valued the fellowship program in various ways. One was that was an opportunity to make a direct contact with the people, individuals, as well as different organizations in Armenia. Beyond that aspect, it's always valuable experience to have someone like Arpi, our fellow, for instance, in our institution that brings with her her own being, her own background, her own experience, her own interest, and start producing in Istanbul with all these subjectivities that contribute to our work a lot and contribute to our human relations as well.
I liked very much the crew, the people here. They're very hardworking, and I think the outcome, the result that we had was the big part I owe to them because they're very motivated people. They deal with a lot of difficult processes every day. They do walks in different neighborhoods, and they are basically dealing with problems of different classes in Istanbul, in suburbs and in the center and everywhere. So they never lose their motivation and they never lose their good mood. So they were also motivating me and asking every time if I have chosen the area of work, if it's going well or not, and asking every time if I need any help or not. So motivation and hard working was one of the things maybe I have learned also here.
I think it's always useful to, before coming to Istanbul and before kind of getting under the, let's say, or going to Armenia and getting under the umbrella of these institutions that are hosting these fellows, it's always good to come up with your own ambition, your little projects, that's something that you want to produce throughout this program, and also aim to have a very concrete result at the end of these 5, 6, 8 months, something that could have a lasting impact?
For me, as an individual, as a person, I took a lot of working skills and human skills from here. Cooperating and working together definitely gave, like the office gave me a lot of those skills, I can say. I would suggest to catch up with the spirit of the city. It's quite difficult because it's a very dynamic city, but I would definitely suggest everybody to look up, because we forget to look up at the facades of buildings and all around us and what's going on around. Stopping for a moment maybe to look around and see how is this city living now, and in every corner they will see a history, and they will be the discoverer of the history. So definitely I would suggest them to balance the work and discovery together.